Knife Tube, how is everybody doing out there? Man, it has been a wild couple days here at BigJ's Knives. Got a special piece here now. This isn't mine. This was sent to me by a good friend out there in YouTube land, Mr. Doom Crew Outdoors. We made a trade. You know, I had something he wanted, and he was trying to get one off eBay, and I said, hey, you know, if you don't make a deal, I've got one brand new in the box. Well, I'm sure we can make a trade, and by gosh, we did, and that's what I got. That's my end of the deal. Well, I'll show you the knife maybe one day. That knife's kind of famous on YouTube. It's made its way around. But in the midst of this trade, he's like, hey, I just want to send you some things to check out. And he knew that I just foam at the mouth every time he breaks this knife right here out, and he always hears me talk about it. And he threw this and a couple other stag pieces in for me to check out, guys, and I just couldn't believe it. You know, for someone to trust you with pieces like this is absolutely phenomenal. That goes to show how good this community is and how trusting we are with each other. You know, I've sent stuff back and forth to him before. I think I've sent him my most expensive knife. Same with Kevin over at Boston Blade Reviews, J.O. Ventures. You know, if someone needs some knives for some content, and there's someone I communicate with pretty frequently, I have no problem sending them stuff. But this right here, Rancher Series Tony Bowes Sowbelly in CV steel, guys. Look at this puppy. Let's get the model number here. Let's see what the model number is. We got the TB5339 in CV. I believe that's what she says. Look at it. And this is a no shield knife. We got the case here in the actual cover, the stag cover. And look at this popcorn stag on this thing, guys. Look at that. I mean, this right here, when you think of a special piece, and he uses this, like he takes this and he uses it. This is a used knife. If you can see, Doom Crew, he ain't afraid to use his blades. He just does it. You know, there's your tank stamp for your year designation. You can see all the dots and X's there. And he also sent the matching mini trapper, single blade, and CV as well, in a Warney blade, Warncliffe. You get CV designation here on your spade blade. But guys, this right here, I mean, when you think of a knife that's kind of a grail piece or something you really want to add to the collection, this one right here really is one that you would think of like that. Let's get her here where we can all see it really, really good. We got zero gappage, boys. Zero gappage. Look at them springs. Man, this is jammed up and jelly tight. Now let's do some quick measurements here. We'll put her on the 7. She goes to 10 and, I don't know, 10 3/4. Or probably 3 7/8. I'll say it's a 3 7/8 inch knife. I'm assuming that's what it is. But look at this. Look at the ergos behind this. You know, fully open with that clip point. Put her on the 6. She goes to 12 and a half. So she's 6.5 inches open with your clip point blade. And one thing about these Sowbellys is usually the spay blade. Look at the ergos behind that. You know, you're holding this. It's got that downward cant to it. Makes it very easy for draw style cuts. Just a phenomenal blade. Then, of course, my computer's going off because I didn't shut my email off, so we're going to listen to that. But look at this. Look at this sheep's foot. Look at the thick. Now, this reminds me of a sheep foot that's on a 75. So what I have here, because I've seen that before I started the video, here's a carbon steel 75. And tell me those kind of aren't about the same size, you know. 75 may be a little bit bigger, but man, I am just in awe of this thing. So first of all, to trust me to handle it and to actually shoot a YouTube video with it, man. I can't thank you enough, Doom Crew, for this. It's just a phenomenal piece. Let's look at the length of the actual cutting edge on this clip point. Actually, the whole blade goes from 8 to 10 7/8, so it's probably 2 7/8 inches. And then for actual cutting length, about 2.5. So yeah, as far as your sheep's foot here, total length on it's going to be, well, what, 2 1/4 maybe. Cutting length, got probably an inch and 15/16. Yeah, let's look at the spay. Man, I like the ergos on that right there. Look at the ergos on that. Man, you can't beat it. So overall, she's 2 probably 2 1/8 cutting length. Looking at 1 3/4 inches probably. Man, boy, you look at the overall size compared to, what's this, probably 4 1/4 inches. But between these two, this is by far a phenomenal piece. He's commented, he's talked about what he's gave for this. He actually commented on the short I did last night. He gave $30 for this. $30 for this one and $30 for the mini trapper. $60 total. That's unbelievable. Well, let's look at it compared to another Sowbelly. This Sowbelly right here came from Thrifty Kniffy. He sent this one to me. The one thing I liked about this one was it has the dual clip point on it as opposed to a spade blade. So I think he's just trying to get people off the spade blades. So yeah, look at it compared to that, to just the overall beef. The overall beef behind it, guys. I mean, look at that. I mean, whew. This is going to be a little more pocket friendly. Well, this right here is going to be conversation piece and something to be like, hey, look what I got. Again, I'm still in awe of this thing, honestly. And if you want to double your money, I'll give you double the money for it, Doom Crew. I'll give you 60 for it. Let's weigh this bad puppy. Let's see what she weighs. Let's find some scales. Oh, let's see what she weighs. We got her on ounces. All right. So the overall weight on this thing, 3.4 ounces. Now, that's not bad for a knife of that heftiness and the size. The roper, now it's bone, 3.2 ounces. And the 75, 3.9. So she's just so 3.9 versus 3, so it's a 1/2 ounce less than a 75. Just a phenomenal blade. This community, it never ceases to amaze me. I've made some good friends on here. We talk daily. Me and Doom Crew talk daily. Always keeping up with each other. We usually start conversations about 5 in the morning. That kind of tells you what time our day starts. Well, with me, it's 5. I don't know if he's in Eastern or Central time zone, honestly. I'd say Eastern, but not 100% sure. But look at that. Look at that popcorn stag stick up right there. My fingers looks terrible where I smashed it, but look at that. Woo! Man, that ain't one you want to carry around a concrete floor, I tell you that. And if it's in your pocket, put her in some leather. Man, again, can't thank you enough, Doom Crew. Cannot thank you enough. There's a comparison of all three again. This is by far a superior knife than either one of these. So, thanks again for this, for letting me check it out. Thanks for the awesome trade. Guys, don't forget to check out Happy Hour Live Chat. This is going to be part of the Stockman Stampede open tag. I even forgot to say that in the beginning of the video. I was too excited about showing this thing. So, Stockman Stampede today. So, tomorrow we're going to have Terry's friend, Terry, over at Terry's Knives and Man Stuff, started the open tag. So, tomorrow we're going to have his buddy on, the Knife Doctor. So, be sure you hop on, check that out. It's going to be a great time. All right, guys, like, subscribe, leave me a comment.